What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here with another figure review, and today have for you finally another figure from the Figma My Hero Academia line. It's Katsuki Bakugo. Let's get into it. As always, guys, before we start the review, let's take a look at the box. So you got a big window here that shows the figure. Yeah, Figma 443 My Hero Academia Katsuki Bakugo. The box is orange. There's the top right there, the side, the other side, and the back shows different poses the figure can get in. So unreadables at the bottom, and there's the bottom. So there you go. Your simple Figma figure box. Enough with that. Let's get into the figure. Here's the figure with everything it comes with out of the box. But before we take a look at the accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. And finally, guys, it feels like it's been, I don't know, 5-6 years since the original Figma Deku came out. And that was way before the show even got really popular. And we've been waiting patiently for somebody to make some detailed My Hero Academia figures. McFarlane's been doing it, but I don't really like how those look. And I've been just waiting for Figma to drop another figure, and finally it's here. It was supposed to come out last month, but it was delayed, but it's here now, and it is Katsuki Bakugo. He is here, and just looking at him right now, he looks amazing. I think that the wait was definitely worth it because this guy looks absolutely great. One thing I love about My Hero Academia is the character designs. That's what really attracts me to that show. I love the story, I love all that other stuff and the characters and all that, but the character designs are number one. And Bakugo has one of the craziest, and this really came through in figure form. They did a really good job. So we're going to take a closer look at the figure. So starting off, there he is. There's Bakugo right there. This is his face, and I think they nailed that. The hair looks absolutely amazing. He's got his little mask there, and those little orange spiky things are in the back, and they look really good as well. They're a hard plastic, so I'll be kind of careful about that. But I think they're sturdy enough that if you're not trying to break it, you won't break it. But they look good. Like I said, the hair looks good. There's no shading or anything in there, but I think it looks fine. You come down right there, you see these little things here. They're pretty good too. Everything seems clean. I don't really see any big QC issues when it comes to the paint. So everything looks pretty good so far. Coming down, you can see the nice orange X right there on his little tank top right here. You come down to the arms. You see where his little armbands are right here. These are actually molded too. They're not just painted on, which is good. And then you have his little giant grenade things on his hands. So if you're not familiar with the show, I don't know why you're watching this review if you're not. But the quirk with his special ability for Bakugo is that he stores sweat into these little gauntlets here, and he uses them to make explosions. So he stores sweats in here, and then he's able to detonate that with nitroglycerin, and it causes different explosions. So before he had these, he would just be able to shoot it out, but he can actually store it in these little gauntlets here, and do really cool things. He's made a lot of cool like variations of the explosions using this helpful little gear here, and they came off pretty good as well. I was wondering if these were going to be able to move. They're not. They can't move. They're just a hard plastic. They're just there. You see his belt here. He's got little grenades or whatever those are right there. And then you go onto the pants here. They're nicely detailed as well. You see little straps. All that is molded plastic. Really good. These little knee pads here. They look great as well. And then we come down to the boots. And they look pretty good as well. Let's give you a look at the back. Here's the back of them as well. So there's the back. So yeah, aesthetics wise, as always, when it comes to Figma, they nail the anime look, and this guy is no difference, man. No different. He looks absolutely stunning. So aesthetics wise, that's definitely a thumbs up right there. Now let's take a look at the articulation. All right, starting off at the head, it's on a ball peg. It can spin 360. You can move it left and right, but he can't look up, unfortunately. So he's kind of hindered there. There's no up movement, so he can't look up. So that's unfortunate. But he can look down. It's good. There's only one. Usually, for a lot of import figures, they have two joints for the neck. One at the top of the neck, one at the bottom. There's none at the bottom. It's just simply just molded plastic here. There's nothing. They decided not to do that. And maybe they decided to do that because of this piece right here, which is also like a, you know, a separate piece. For some reason, they decided not to do that. But speaking of this piece, it is a soft plastic, and it can be kind of lifted up to move out the way, I guess. But it's not really in the way of anything, but it is soft. You come down to the arms here. You can hinge it up about that much, and you can spin it 360 and all that, and you get a lot of movement there. So you can move it all around here like that. So that's good. Come down to the elbow here, double hinged elbow, better than 90, even with these big gauntlets, so that's impressive. And these things, you can swivel it. Wait, hold on, they do swivel, so you can swivel the gauntlets around as well, get them in what kind of position you want to get them in. And then you have the hand, which I think there is a hinge in there, but you're not going to get that much motion with the wrist peg because of these gauntlets. They kind of hinder it, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That really can't be helped. It's just the design of the figure, of the character, I should say. Coming back, well, you can't spin though. You can spin it around and all that stuff, but you just can't really hinge it. So going to the torso, there is a crunch that goes down about that much, not very much. And he really can't move back, so there's no back movement with the crunch, unfortunately. But it can move side to side, and you can get him, you know, like this, left and right and all that stuff. But you just can't go back. And then there is a swivel here in the waist, so nice waist swivel right there. Come down to the legs here, the hips. There is a double ball peg. So you can go out about that much. The splits, and this is a softer plastic, so it shouldn't get in the way of kicks. So he can kick up about that much, and he can go back about that much. So you go, and you can't swivel it as well, so it does move left and right. So you get a pretty good amount of motion there. You got your double hinge knee right here, gets you better than Andy. So there you go. And this actually, wait, is this oh wow. Okay, there's actually a cut here too in the thigh. So there's a thigh cut here, so you can move the leg how you want to. So I almost missed that. So a thigh cut right there, and there's a boot cut. This is like, usually you don't see this kind of that much motion in these Figma figures, but there's a thigh cut and a boot cut. So that's actually pretty cool. I just realized that actually. So that's dope. And then you have your hinge in your ankle, so you go up that much, you can go back that much, and it does pivot a little bit. This one a little bit better. This one pivots a little bit better. So a little bit of pivot, but it does. And then you have that toe articulation. Yeah. So decent amount of articulation for Bakugo here. Some of this stuff you really don't see in Figmas, like the thigh swivel, and also a boot cut. So that was really cool. I didn't even, when I was messing with the figure earlier, I didn't even realize that he had that. So that's a surprise to me. So that's pretty good. Alright, now taking a look at the accessories. Bakugo comes with two face plates. He comes with this neutral face, that's what he has out of the box. It's pretty cool. He's kind of got like a smirk going on. Bakugo's kind of a cocky guy, so this is expected. I do like it a lot. And this is my favorite face, which is a screaming face. He's got like the little veins coming off his eyes. If there was any kind of face to describe the character of Bakugo, is this one, because he's always loud, he's always screaming. So this face was a must, and they nailed it. Bakugo comes with 4 sets of hands. So you have the fist that came out of the package, 2 hands for holding items, 2 open palm hands, 2 more open palm hands that have pegs attached to them, so you can attach the explosive effects, which I'm going to show you right now. And this is how the explosive effect looks. You get 2 of these. They're translucent plastic, but it has a little bit of paint at the top, a little yellow orange paint at the top. It looks pretty good. Now, just to tell you guys, the way they decided to do this, if you have the peg up for the hand fully snapped in, you're not really going to be able to put this explosive effect on the hand, because the gauntlet's kind of stopping it from going on the peg properly. So I suggest pulling the peg out just a little bit, just enough to get the peg into the effect. You're gonna have to definitely do that. So right now I have it kind of like out a little bit, like I have the hand out of the peg a little bit. So like just push it out a little bit, and then you'll be able to sit it in there. Because if it's set like this, the effect's just not gonna fit. There's just not enough room. So just to put that out there. Alright, it's size comparison time. Try to compare Bakugo to other figures from different lines. Here he is with his classmate rival, Izuku Midoriya, and it looks pretty good. Here he is beside Mezco's 1/12 Sovereign Knight Batman and Mafek's Wolverine. Here he is beside Marvel Legends Wolverine and Star Wars Black Series, a Walgreens exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi. And here he is beside SHF Broly movie Vegeta and the Saiyan race on Earth Son Goku. Overall, Figma Bakugo is a pretty good figure. I mean, if you're a fan of the My Hero Academia line, if you like manga and anime accurate figures from this line, then I'm going to go with this one. It took forever for them to come out with another figure for this line, but it's finally here, and I say that he is definitely worth it. Now, there are a couple cons, as always with a lot of figures. This one being that the articulation, even though there were some surprises with the boot cut and the thigh cut, it's not. I wish I could get him in more like poses and stuff. And the fact that you have to basically pull the pegs out of the wrist to fit the explosion effects shouldn't be. They should be able to just fit, normally, but you have to kind of figure with it to make that work. So that kind of sucks. I wish he would have came with more facial expressions and all that. He's kind of a little thin when it comes to accessories, but it is what it is. This guy will hold you over till Rebel Tech gets to him. We know that that Deku and All Might are coming out. You got to think Bakugo will be probably right after that. So this will hold you over till then. But I think he is a decent figure. The paint's pretty good. The aesthetics of the figure is great. He's just short with couple little things that could have made it better. But he is a solid release, and he looks awesome standing right beside Deku. I definitely give this guy 2 thumbs up, man. I say go out there. There you go. There's 2. Go out there and get him. He is right now only out in Japan. This is the Japanese release. He'll be releasing in America, I think, next month or so. So look out for that. I think you can still pre-order them on Big Bad Toy Store right now. Like I said, he is definitely worth it, guys. But if you like this video, smash that like button. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more content. And also hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I put up a new video, reviews, or whatever it may be. Guys, enjoy the slideshow at the end, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay good, everybody. Peace.